be for Gemini. If you're not a Gemini, feel free to apply this to your third house. It has to do with the mind, thinking, communication, interests, activities. You could Google the third house to get more of a feel for it, or to refer to. Or if you're just a Gemini, feel free to apply this wholesale to Gemini. All right, we're going to switch it up. We've been doing money spreads, so let me just quickly get into it, not waste your time. Full video is going to be on Running Gun Tarot. As always, feel free to reach out for one-on-one reading. First card represents, we're doing a new spread this time, Gemini. Current financial situation. Feel free to take it with a grain of salt, or like I said, apply it to the house, however resonates best. Current financial situation, your present relationship to money. The Page of Cups in the reverse is like a not quite energy. The advice interpretation of this is to lose time. Try to get out of being constrained to time, to Chronos. Remember the Olympic gods overthrew the Titans. One of the Titans was Chronos, time. Nowadays, we're too kind of married to time. We use it so much to kind of feel like we're in control. I'm guilty as anyone doing that here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles here in the upright. This is about independence. This is about independence in regards to resources, financial freedom, success. The second placement represents your current core beliefs and feelings about money. So it could be that you feel like it should be an independent enterprise. It should be something that is self-made, self-reliant, should be working for yourself in regards to finances and money. And it should be that you are abundant and financially free and independent. That's what you believe. The third card here is going to be, let's take a look-see, represents past influences that have shaped your feelings and past influences that have shaped your ideas and feelings about money. Okay. Let's take a look at that. Again, the full reading is going to be Running Gun Tarot on YouTube. Wheel of Fortune in the upright, guys. Represents past influence that have shaped your ideas and feelings about money. So the past influence is Jupiter. This is Sagittarius energy. This is expansive. This is knowledge. This is know-how. You feel as though you should be freaking really lucky and fortunate with money, and it could be that you have been. But you feel as though it's something that should be compounding. It makes me think of compound interest as well. Let me just show you guys the fourth and the fifth pool really quick here for the TikTok, Instagram viewers, and then we're going to go into it more so during the extended. The Judgment card in the verse, which is on YouTube, represents your spiritual relationship to money and the lessons you need to learn. Okay, shifting back over to the YouTube now. That was the 3-minute mark. Judgment in the reverse, this is about radio silence. This is about long spaces and distances in between. It could be victories or successes, your spiritual relationship to money and the lessons you need to learn. So it could be that you really don't have this, you're not seeing resources or money in front of you as this entity. You're not talking to it. You're not in communication to it. I'm not saying that you have to wake up and look at your dollar bills and say, I love you. But in a way, you kind of have to, I think, envision it. Yes, thank you for being this tool. Thank you for existing. I love you. You love me. I really do think you got to get woo-woo with it as far as your relationship with it. I don't think that you have to worship it. I don't think you have to put it as some unreachable something on a pedestal, but I do think that you have to look at it more so as this kind of tool, so to speak, and not kind of either demonize it or sanctify it and glorify it, if that makes any sense. I think in a weird way we have to look at these things as entities, not this kind of mysterious, elusive artifact. The fifth card represents actions needed to be taken to change your current financial situation. That was the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Stop overthinking things. Okay, stop being trapped. Stop trapping yourself in some way. If you feel as though you're trapping yourself or trapped, let's get a clarifier. King of Pentacles in the upright. To me, that represents investments. Okay, speaking of which, let me get a card for investments. Okay, you got the Magician in the reverse. So you have the hot hand with investments. I'm thinking crypto, I'm thinking stock. Yes, crypto and stock. Crypto, Queen of Company upright. This is leadership based on knowledge and understanding of what's going on, what to look for. So hopefully you're developing that. And then for stocks, this is sudden change. So it could be that investments, and it doesn't have to be bad. I'm reading it as good. It could be that long-term investments are suddenly going to boom and you're going to be able to sell them. Let's see for anything else. Money. For Gemini or third house, this is less partying, less spending, less being a kind of, I don't know if spendthrift is the right word, but less kind of needless, careless spending here. Let's see if we could clarify any of these. Second card represents your current core beliefs and feelings about money. Yeah, whatever the relationship is, it's being channeled as I should be independent. I should be self-reliant. I should be working for myself. That's how it's coming across. Blazing your own path, the Hierophant in the reverse. Current financial situation and your present relationship. Okay. Current situation and relationship. So you're taking new action or you're restarting action for the situation. Okay, because the Ace of Wands is newness. This is new invigoration, new passion. It could be hitting the restart and you're reinvesting in something that you started a while ago. Your present relationship to money, which is interesting because it's reflective of your core feelings and beliefs. So even though it might not feel good or you might not feel like you are where you want to be, kind of like statistically almost, I feel as though that you're actually doing it. You're putting your foot where your mouth is. That's not the right phrase. You're backing up your words with your action. You're walking the walk is basically what I'm saying. In a very kind of ragtag way, and yet still it's working. And you're hitting these pockets of inspiration to now reinvest into previous enterprises that you probably had up and running, because now you've kind of got a better understanding of how to reallocate energy, time, attention, resources. Third card represents the past influences that have shaped your ideas and feelings. It's like you're realizing to put your goal, your gift, your talent in front of you as that thing that you could do or use, as opposed to if you're chasing a relationship or if you're chasing things that give away your power and your control. That's not the right way to do it. You should have your focus and your passion in front of you, your gift and your talent. That should be the thing that you're working on or chipping away at. The third card represents past influences. Imbalance here, Two of Pentacles, imbalance. Priorities are imbalanced. Okay, so there's something that you still need to prove to the universe almost. You still need to nail the thing into the wall that says, no, I get this lesson. I understand this lesson. I'm going to focus 1,000,000% on tarot, or 1,000,000% on my social media, or 1,000,000% on my YouTube channel, or 1,000,000% on what's in front of me that I could actually advance and grow in. And I feel as though that, I think, and again, I'm using this terminology, but I feel as though that the universe itself feels like you're still putting relationships as the main thing in the center of your life. And that's not what it should be either. The shape of your ideas and feelings about money. The shape of your ideas and feelings about money. So you do have a lofty kind of wish fulfillment idea of money, almost as if there is this kind of big lottery or windfall that wants or needs to happen. Okay, can you clarify? And yet it might be more so that a practical day-to-day approach, chipping away consistently, not necessarily dragging the sled up the hill. I'm not saying that you have to revert to that, but if you are going to do something in your newfound specific tailored way. At least be consistent. Okay, your feelings. Your feelings. I think that your feelings are like, oh, well, when is my, crow gonna come home to roost, or when are my cows gonna come home, so to speak. Um, because it's like you have the influence of this kind of almost big windfall or something, the wheel of fortune, but you're feeling like it's not coming to fruition. You're feeling as though you're not where you need to be. And yet with the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, this is very much so saying, no, you're doing it. You're doing it. It's just not going to necessarily be this kind of, glamorous overnight success. And you're like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. But not really, because if you're doing what you're loving and you're doing it on your own terms and you're self-reliant financially, then how bad could that possibly be? It might just be that you're still observing your success through the lens and the framework of an old, outdated model, which needs to be put down with this Ten of Wands in the upright. Okay? Yeah, most definitely, 1,000,000%. Because the Hangman in the upright is saying, look, just flip your perspective and know that you already got a strong enough foothold to lift yourself up out of this, which is really dope. Very cool. Spiritual relationship to money is the fourth card. Spiritual relationship to money. Radio silence here. Yeah, it's almost as if I'm getting that it has to be a more concrete thing. You have to see it as like a tool to bridge from point A to point B, as opposed to this like elusive thing that you're always chasing. If that makes sense. I think that you have to fundamentally see it as this abundant resource at like money, or not like money, yeah, like money, like air and water, because actually it is. It is. It's not this elusive thing where it's like you're in the dark and it's in the dark and you can't do it or anything like that. Because that's what this Judgment card in the reverse speaks to. It's like, it's this elusive thing. I don't have a relationship with it. Like my father. Siddipar is crystalline. It's interesting. It's really cool. Yeah, spiritual relationship, lack of forward movement, lack of progress. So you feel as though like just karmically, you guys are just like mutually exclusive. I'm not meant to make forward progress. I'm not meant to make, but it's not true. It's like, oh, I have this like magic machine that runs off of water and air, but I can't get it. I can't do it. But it's like, no, motherfucker, it's all around you. Yes, you can. The lessons you need to learn. Let's see. Lessons you need to learn. Fuck yeah. Four of Cups in the reverse. Be more open. Be more open to the relationship. Be more open to it. Be more welcoming to money, if that makes sense. Don't view it as a negative thing. View it as a positive asset, a tool, resource that can help create awesome stuff. And then, of course, I'm seeing a lot of energies that speak to look in all the areas in which you already are abundant. Fifth card represents, which I think is very much so overlooked. I know I overlook it, but hopefully I don't take too much for granted. Actions needed to be taken to change your current situation. So I was a little like, confounded when it comes to this because the Eight of Swords is like come out of thinking, come out of overthinking it. But the King of Pentacles in the upright makes me think of like an investment. So it's like, don't be scared to invest, or don't be scared to know your worth or your value. Maybe it's saying also to over-evaluate yourself. Don't be afraid to over-evaluate yourself. Give yourself credit. Don't be so tentative when it comes to the use of resources. Yeah, keep on giving. Keep on giving of your time. In particular, again, I'm using the context of like YouTube channel, social media. Keep on giving in that direction because you're going to get this Ace of Cup, which is this newness here. You're going to come across some uncut gems. Anyways, anything else there? I think we're good on that. I feel good on that. I like that reading. Let's see if anything else wants to come across. Okay, we're going to jump. Probably going to find a new spread as well. We're going to go on to Cancerian. All right, guys, thanks for joining. Love and light to you. I'll let you know. Peace.